Yeah. That's some advice that I get all the time is just take a minute to like take it all in because we're in such a different place. It's so exciting from day one. It's hard when you're just in it to take the opportunity. It's good to know that the bouncy house is outside though. I didn't know that, but yeah. But even taking it further than that, I have a lot of people that have been coming in town the last couple weekends with us being here. So I'm out and about a little bit more when I can. And you're walking around the city of Indianapolis and it's just people in fever gear everywhere. It's people who are being so respectful and, hey coach, don't want to bother you, but can we take a picture, and it's so exciting to just be sitting there and the city's just lit up with fever red all over the place. And you see, all the fans that are in town and they want to talk and then when you're in games and these guys are it's championship basketball happening and playoff basketball and the way finals basketball sounds is what it's like for us. And so I think that's actually, hopefully we'll have a chance to come back. Hopefully this isn't our last home game. Hopefully we'll have a chance to come back here and have an opportunity to move on to that next round and how exciting that'll be for our fans to have that opportunity. And, they bring the juice. They bring it every night. I mean, you hear them. Sometimes you can't help it. I used to not hear anything, but now, there are times it gets so loud. It's just awesome for the players. For them to experience this.
Back in
I gotta stop. My bad.
back in training camp, Erica spoke about kind of taking you under her wing and kind of being that mentor for you. Now that the season's played out, what's that relationship been like, and how important has she been for you kind of transitioning into the league?
Yeah, obviously Edav's been somebody that's been there the entire time for us and somebody that's been super supportive of every single person on our team, and she's come in and gave us really good minutes, and whenever her role was, she was always stepping up to the plate and doing that for us. But I think she's somebody that understands me well. Like, she's always there whether the moment's really good or the moment's not so great. Like, she's there to help me through it or celebrate it, whatever it is, good or bad. And I think that just speaks to, obviously, her time in this league. She understands how it goes and just trying to help me through my rookie season and, help me understand, how the league works and what to expect or what teams are going to do. So I think it's been a fun journey for the both of us, and it honestly feels just like yesterday where we first met and we're at training camp with one another. So it's definitely been fun.
Go, Matt and Christine.
Yeah, hi, Caitlin. Christy said that Friday's loss hurt you guys, the players. So I was just wondering how you're feeling walking in here on another game day, and also, the sense with the team as well.
Yeah, I think we're definitely all excited. I felt like we all felt in our locker room after that game like that was one we could have definitely won if we just executed in areas a little bit better or played a little bit better in certain quarters or made some free throws, things like that. So I think it's just another really good opportunity for us. This is our last regular season home game. Obviously, we hope to get back here at some point during the playoffs, but don't take this for granted. Like, this is going to be really fun for our fans, the Sunday afternoon game. So I don't think it should be hard to get up for that for our group, is knowing this is our last time in this building during the regular season. So I think we're fired up and ready to get a win again.
Go, Christine, then Maddie.
Thanks. Caitlin, two parts. At 1:17 left in the game, you fire that three, and you're down by 2 at that point. I'm curious if you, when you're driving home or later that night, do you ever think about that and how the crowd would have exploded and what it would have meant? Do you spend any time kind of replaying that?
For sure. I definitely replay the game in my head, and to be honest, you go back and think about what we could have got there, what we couldn't have got, and I thought it was a great shot, honestly. And me and Christy talked about it. That's something you live with. If you make it, every single person loves it. And honestly, I thought it was in. We got the switch. I think we said a drag or a double drag. And Asia kind of switched out, and she kind of had her hands down. So I was able to get it off, and it felt good and would have given us the lead. What killed us is the next possession on defense, we gave up a straight line drive right to the middle of the paint, and then Kelsey Plum's left open for a wide open three, and that hurt us bad. But we continued to battle, and then, AB got a great look at 3-2 that, rims in and out. And so I think you live with both of those. But yeah, you definitely replay. It's it was right there. And as a competitor, you definitely want that. And I think the roof probably would have definitely blown off. So hopefully we don't need heroics like that tonight. But if we do, I'm definitely going to step up to the plate and take the shot, whether it goes in or not.
And just to follow up, and you kind of answered this, but do you know when it leaves your hands you know, you said you felt that one was good, but sometimes, I mean, do you know, or are you kind of like every other spectator in the arena going, is
Nah.
this going to go in or not?
I usually know. Sometimes you'll see me like pointing if I can tell it's a little bit off. The ones that are annoying are the ones that feel really good and then don't go in as a shooter. But at the same time, that's kind of like a positive because, you know, you feels good, your shot feels good, the mechanics feel good. It's almost like, how is that not going in as a shooter? So, yeah, like I said, I think it was a good shot. I thought it was right there and right on line. And it would have been fun if it went in, I guess.
We go Maddie, then we go Scott.
How do you think that like Lexi's emergence, especially over the second half of the season after the break, has impacted the team? Maybe even like added another layer of confidence.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Lex. I thought she was very resilient. Obviously, her role has changed a lot as we've gone through the course of the year. You know, so some games she didn't get in. Some games she played a couple minutes, and now she's in a starting role. And that's really hard to do, to stay resilient, to come in and work hard every single day, to believe in yourself, to still have confidence, to have confidence in the teammates and the position that you're being put in. But to see the way she's improved, obviously I wasn't on the team last year, but just her shooting over the course of the year, even, you know, since the Olympic break, she shot the ball incredibly well, and that has added a whole nother dynamic for our team and another thing that the other team has to scout for. So I'm really proud of her in that regard, and that's definitely hard to do considering she has the toughest matchup every single night, and she just makes so many plays that, you know, get us one more possession, or, you know, she gets her hand on a deflection here and there that, you know, can be a huge turn in a game for us. So she just works so hard. I'm super proud of her. I'm happy for her because, like I said, like, it was definitely a tough position to be in, and she just continued to put her head down and come to work every single day, and it certainly paid off.
We go Lou first, then we go Scott.
The other day, Christy was talking about how funny you were on the court in practice. Do you know what she's talking about? A, and B, you got a joke for us?
During that specific practice, that was funny.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
I don't know. Like I said last time I was up here, like, I feel like I just try to keep it light and fun. I don't know. I feel like my personality has definitely come out over the course of the season as I've gotten more comfortable with the people that I'm around. I don't have a joke. I don't really tell jokes like off the tip of my tongue like that. Like, it's, well, in Des Moines, I feel like this is actually kind of crazy and actually super random, but when you trick or treat in Des Moines, Iowa, you have to tell a joke to earn your candy. And I guess no other place really does that in the country. So you have to tell a joke you go and knock on their door, and you have to tell a joke to get your candy. And, like, I know my mom's a stickler about it. Like, if you don't tell a joke, like, you're not getting any candy. Those poor kids, they know better. So you better have a good joke at Halloween time. And, like, whenever I tell people that, like, even when I was in Iowa City at the University of Iowa, like, they're like, what? That's so weird. But to me, like, that's very normal. I think it's weird you just knock on somebody's door in general and ask them for candy. Like, that's a little strange, but you got to earn it somehow. So I don't know. Like, that was always fun part of Halloween for myself, is like you and your friends come up with a list of funny jokes. And my mom still to this day will, like, write all the jokes down on a list in her phone and send it to me and my brothers after trick or treat is over, and we get a kick out of them. So that's where I get most of my jokes. But other than that, I'm just a very sarcastic person. So yeah, very random tidbit for you guys today. There you go.
Go last two, go Scott, then Taka if he has one there.
I have to follow up on that. Do you have a go-to joke that you always use?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I would switch it up a lot. I was too worried about, like, beating everybody I was trick-or-treating with to the next house. I didn't really care about the joke. I was too worried about getting the full-size candy bars and, like, being the first to knock on the door. I know that's super surprising, but, like, I was in a full sweat at trick-or-treat. Like, I came home, I had to go straight to the shower before I counted my candy because that's all that mattered, is that I got first. And I got first every year. The amount of candy I had, I was the first to the door, I had the best costume, I had the best joke. I just dominated trick or treat. No, never. I had some good costumes though. I had some really good. People make fun of me for how I say costume, but whatever. Oh gosh, I think I was a clown one year. I think I was a blue M&M one year. I had a really good costume, but I'm gonna keep that one to myself. The real people know that about my trick-or-treating days. Know my one really, really, really good costume. It would never surprise any of you, but I can't tell you all that. Maybe you'll come across a picture at one time.
Caitlin, on your drive in and on your drive out, can you kind of describe what you see as you've helped really transform this city, and maybe what goes through your mind before and after each game in that respect?
Yeah, honestly, like, it's one of my like favorite parts of the day, to be honest. Like I drive here, it's 2 minutes from where I live, and like there's always like so many people on the side of the roads that have my jersey on or have people with Fever gear on. And I was driving here versus the Aces the other day, and there was this dad and a young girl, and I looked out the window and it just made me smile because that was literally me just like a short time ago. And that's something that like, I don't know, it's just very refreshing and like humbling and something you're really grateful for. Like, don't take those little things for granted. And it's cool to see how far I've come, and it puts everything into perspective for myself too. So, you know, I know a lot of people camp out when I leave. I never stop, so I'm sorry, but I usually am trying to get home. It's been a long day, but I really appreciate all the support. And it's definitely cool. Like, people don't even know I'm driving by, and they're in my jerseys and stuff, and that's never anything that I take for granted. So I'm just really grateful.
Taco, last one.
Hi, Caitlin. Last game of the regular season, and you've talked a little bit about. Sorry, let me go slower.
You're all good.
Accent. With your, like, just the growth, you talked about growing more comfortable being yourself. When you think about where you've come from that first game of the season to now, how is there like a sense of pride for you in terms of like you're feeling more comfortable, you're able to be just, I don't know if you're able to be fully yourself now, or just how do you feel about that in yourself for your own growth?
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a sense of comfort. Like, you know, when I first come into this league, it's like you're starting a new chapter of your life, and you feel like there's lots still to prove. I still feel that obviously now, but, you know, you never know how it's going to go coming into this league. Like, it's such a dominant league, and expectations are really high, and, you know, I feel that too. And so I think it just took me a few seconds to get comfortable and to find my way and to find how I was going to be successful in this league. And I feel like I've done a good job of that over the course of the year. I feel like from game to game, I've continued to grow and continue to find myself. But I think that's something that has helped me the most is just the relationships that I've built with my teammates too. And I think our chemistry has grown there, and we're really embracing everybody for who they are and what they bring to this team and what their role is on this team. And I think that's what makes a really good team, and that's how you appreciate every single person in your circle, whether they get off the bench, whether they're in the starting five, and that's something that I value greatly. So I think just finding, you know, comfort in that and learning in that and building my relationships with my teammates to know that, you know, they always have my best interests at heart, and same goes for me too. So I feel like from game to game, just continuing to build on that. And like I've said before, like I still like feel like there's just so much room for me to improve, and that's what's exciting, especially now that we're in game 39. You know, we're already into the playoffs, but continuing to try to win and build on this and get ready for that moment. Obviously, our organization hasn't been there since 2016, so I know everybody's fired up and happy about that too.
Halloween is a month and a half away.
Ooh, I gotta work on
Thank
my
you.
costume.